Welcome to the Dawg Chug. I got Roger. You're still a dickhead. I got Ed. You're still an asshole. And we got Nick. You're still a cuck. And I'm
there
Andy.
it is.
Hey,
How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about you guys?
The Browns won, guys. The Browns won. We get victory Monday, victory Tuesday, victory Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, Dawg Chug Wednesday, victory Wednesday for the Browns. So doing great, Andy.
And the Guardians just won in extra innings. I think the magic number's down to 5 now. Let's go.
Tell you what, man, I got to be with all the handsome gentlemen on the screen for their Browns victory, and I couldn't ask for any better way to celebrate it. What a day. What a time. PLX, I think I got it right here. The PLX Browns backer somewhere. Somewhere I had
we all
it.
met up at the PLX Browns backers bar in the basement in
Right there, yeah.
And oh my gosh, did we have a blast. Please, 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 everyone, go out there. And if you want to watch a game with a bunch of awesome Browns fans, I cannot think of a better place. So
it was incredible. You know what, man? I joined the Backers Club. I am an official member of the PLX Backers 2024. I get 10% off.
We're trying to promote the place. Now that they know you're a member, that everyone's going to say, fuck it.
That's true. I get 10% off food, too, so they're probably going to lock up when they see me coming. And then my favorite part of the day was meeting one of the last living legends of the 1964 championship, Ed Bettridge. And he said he autographed a picture. He watches all the time, and he said, "To the Dawg Chug, good luck, Ed Bettridge." So the Dawg Chug. Hey, number 6. Look at that guy, man. He was an animal. So what a great time.
Usually when that kind of a mistake happens, it's because Roger couldn't hear. But in this instance, I think it's just because poor Ed is getting up there in age.
I think I can't hear. I
got to stick up for Ed. Did great things for the city of Cleveland, like I try to do every Wednesday at 10 o'clock on the Dawg Chug. But look, Ed got 7 out of 8 letters right. That's pretty damn good. Dawg Chug, 7 out of 8 letters. So props to Ed and what he's done for the city of Cleveland.
As he's dealing with me the way I speak, there's a lot going against him. There's noise. So it was great to meet us. An honor to meet him. And he was there. If you ever go to a Brown, he travels all over with Browns backers all over the country, and he sells some really cool memorabilia from the 64 team. Some signed stuff and some just really great stuff. So check him out if you're at any Browns backers, and he's there.
And it was a pleasure meeting you. He's such a nice guy. He told me that the Cybertruck wasn't as ugly as he thought it was going to be. So, what a sweethart.
Well, there you go. That.
Anyway,
a lot of people got a kick out of Cyberdog, I'll tell you that.
It was,
man.
It was fun bringing it down there. All the Browns fans were excited. A lot of kids. It was just a blast. So thank you.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Any other Browns backers bar out there wants us to come watch Browns come to your bar, let me know. We'll be there.
Right.
Awesome.
Ed, don't you have a show? There's the basement, and they took care of us, man.
They sure did.
They did. Shout out to Nikki Brady, owner of the basement at the Lakes Sports Bar and Grill, and John, obviously, PLX Browns backers, founder and president since 2020. You do a great job, great food, great times. Go Browns. And Andy, take it away.
So, Nick, you wanted to come on tonight, and we're happy to have you. We love Nick Cards. Do you have a special message? Any particular reason you wanted to hop on? Just celebrate the win?
I'll tell you what, I've been watching the Dawg Chug. I've gotten, my work schedule's been better lately, so I've been getting to watch the Dawg Chug, and I just love what you guys are doing, man. You're fun. You're fun when things are great. You're fun when things are bad. And I got to see that with you Sunday, and I just wanted to say hello and support you, what you guys are doing.
I love that. Why would anyone say that you're a cuck? I don't even get it.
Who would say that?
Nick. Yeah.
A lot of people, were coming after you, and after week 1, you were pretty anti-Deshaun, and then you flipped the script a little bit, and you gave him his props. People didn't like that because you're a little wishy-washy. What do you have to say to them? I mean, you're just reacting to what the energy the team was giving you. I get it.
Right. So, yes, but I also can admit, I can certainly admit when I overreacted a little bit and kind of felt like an idiot. I don't know. I feel like we all we all do so much of this now. It's like half the time revolves around the Browns, and so you wait all that time till week 1 and you get that. Oh boy, that was rough. So I'm just glad that the team showed the heart and the fight that we saw last year. And I kind of little distance from that, but maybe I don't know. I was trying to be honest in both weeks, but that does tend to be like Roger sipping in Spit Sip Chug.
Sometimes you just got to turn social media off and you just got to say, you know what? I'm going to let myself process a little bit instead of just throwing it all out there.
Nick, I welcomed you. Yeah. I welcomed you into the dark side and I brought you in. I was happy. And then you can blame it on me in the future. When you go off you could just say it was my fault. Blame it on me. But you know what? I'm with you, and I had to eat it too, though.
Yeah.
I had to eat some, because I've been on him for a year, and he managed the game, and we got a W, and that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else.
Well, I guess I think that shows that there's some people that are so dug in that no matter what they do, they're going to detract and hate, and I don't feel like that's fair. I feel like if you're gonna be on one side and you get proven wrong, you should just admit it and take your L. And so that's what I suppose that's what I'm doing.
We got a whole season to go. So.
Yeah.
It was just 1 week. Let me ask you this, Nick. Are you by any chance drinking a claw or anything tonight?
I don't have anything with me tonight. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we do have someone that wants to come in and do a little victory chug. You've seen him before. He's back on. Welcome to the Dawg Chug, Eddie
Mac.
Fellas, Nick.
Anytime
Nick Carnes, I finally got to meet that dude in person.
It was awesome.
Sorry, anytime the Browns win, Eddie comes on, he chugs a beer. During the 2017 season, you didn't come on our show at all, you piece of shit. But I'm glad you're on today.
Andy's rolling tonight.
So, victory of the first chug. Are you going to be doing something special? Is it just going to be a boring beer?
Yeah, what do you got?
I have some Blockhouse Brewing pumpkin. I have some Blockhouse pumpkin.
Pumpkin beer, nice. And what is the percentage on that?
I believe it's 5.5. This is one of the lower percentage ones, but it tastes so damn good. So. And I got to meet Nick Carnes finally, like a month and a half ago at SummerSlam weekend. With the Guardians.
It was great, Eddie.
Right, that was a great weekend. He got a little rowdy.
And I'm a little disappointed. You were supposed to meet up with me, and we were supposed to chug in the parking lot in the Muni lot before SummerSlam, and I did not hear from you at all, except that you were going to soccer games or softball or something, whatever you were doing.
Yes. Well,
you're being a dad, so
you're here to chug. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Browns were, in pretty good command of that game, and then things started slipping away. Were you worried we were going to blow it, or did you have faith?
My worry scale is probably like 15% worried. I was just like, okay, like week 1, great. It got our ass kicked. The game was sort of a lot closer in week 1 than the score indicated, but that's regardless. It was on to week 2. They won, but it felt like when Alex Wright got the sack and the safety, it was just like, all right, cool, it's over. We're good. But then they wanted to pass the ball, and I was like, okay, what is happening? And then Deshaun just should have taken the sack there, and it would have been more time. But regardless, they have a good punter. They have a good kicker. I wrote about that for Dog Pound Daily, so go check out Corey Behort, guys. But my worry percent was like 15%. I was like, here we go again. Like, now I'm going to have to do 2 weeks in a row of eating shit telling these people that the Browns are going to win 2 weeks in a row. They sort of get their ass kicked week 1, and then week 2, it's just like, oh, hey, we're winning. Oh, shit. It's almost, okay, the ball's on the ground. There's no time on the clock. We're good. See ya.
If the 15% had come through and we had blown the game, would you have been more disappointed that the Browns lost or that you couldn't come on Dawg Chug on Wednesday?
The latter, for sure, because I have not been on Dawg Chug in a long time. I've actually not been on a podcast in a long time. It was like early summer. I did a last one. So this is fun. I'm glad that you guys invited me. Roger, my guy, just sitting there quiet, not even talking to me. He invited me on and doesn't even say anything.
I keep cutting everybody off, so I apologize.
That's nothing new. There's 2 Eds, and there's a guy that I golf with. He's an older guy named Ed. 2 Eds are better than 1. Every time he sees me, he says it. Shout out, Ed.
Thank you. I know you're not talking about me, but that's what Eds do.
Hey, we're 2 Eds are better than 1, so I'm using his phrase for us.
I know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, King Edward. It's a beautiful thing.
I love the dog. Where's Ross, by the way?
Ross, he's working for Habitat for Humanity, and he's building shelters in Rwanda.
Oh, good for him.
To help homeless people. So he's taking some time off here for Dawg Chug.
Good for him.
I just spoke to him and he said hi to everybody. He's
I just talked to Ross, man. He's busy.
Check him out. Check Ross out on social media. I believe he was at the Guards game tonight. It looked like, shout out to Ross and giving the Guards good luck tonight.
Are you guys going to be either at this game this coming week against the Giants or the Ravens game in like late October?
Yes, I will be at both.
Okay. I'm planning to come to one of those. More so the Ravens game probably, but I might make a trip over this weekend just on Sunday to
Eddie, I'm going to be with Andy, and when you're with Andy, everything goes 100 miles an hour. So we will be in the Muni lot 5 a.m. come hell or high water.
Yeah.
A lot of people. No, that's not a lie. We'll be there. A lot of women have asked, "Are you still on the market?"
Of course I am. Options are always open.
Why do you say it like that?
Because options are always open. There's never just one thing. It's just there's options are plenty.
Okay. Well, he's being coy. He's not as desperate as he's sounding. He just wants to be funny. He's on the Dawg Chug to be funny. But there is a chance if you reach out to him, you might be able to meet a great guy. And a guy that can chug. Would you like to demonstrate your chugging ability right now to show off to the women?
Yeah.
What's your
Browns? They win by 5 points in a weird ass score in a weird ass game. The quarterback scored the only touchdown and he didn't throw it, so that was cool. But it's 1-1. On to the New York Giants. Cheers.
All right.
Go Browns.
I'm chosen with you.
Damn! Look at that technique.
Man came prepared.
Holy shit!
We owe it's funny because we owe the New York Giants payback for the 1954 World Series. Now I know you're saying, why am I talking baseball? But it was the New York Giants that beat the 54 Cleveland Indians. So it doesn't mean shit, but you got to get a win on Sunday, Cleveland. So.
Eddie, did you finish
that?
Your
rationale there. I like how you spun that back into. I love that.
Thank you.
Was that whole beer completed, or was there a little?
It was. There was not. There was all completed.
I mean,
Andy, are you calling a challenge? Are you throwing a challenge flag on his chug? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just trying to point out to the women that this guy is amazing, and you should probably be reaching out to him.
Yeah, there you go. Watch the tape. Watch the tape back.
Hey, I'd bang him.
Hey, now.
I would not allow that. So, no, thank you.
This is going to be a special.
Who am I afraid of offending? What?
I love Dawg Chug so much.
That you're afraid of offending him.
Now that I do not, Roder wouldn't offend me. Roder can't offend me.
Hey.
And another cut on the show, and I wasn't offended. So,
all right, you said it was 15% odds we're going to blow. What are the odds that you're going to be back on next Wednesday chugging another beer?
I would say 95 Miles Garrett %.
There you go. There you go.
Wow, 95%. Everyone, go ahead and bet the money line of the Browns. That's pretty strong odds.
That might be even a little low. I might even go Alex. I
would like Alex Wright.
Yeah, take Alex.
I think Jones Court. He's got Kenny Pickett hands. He loses the ball more than the ball's on the ground more times. I think the Giants this game. I'm not even worried about it. Wow. I think Deshaun Watson gets his first 300-yard game against the Giants.
Listen to him. Whoa,
that's early prediction.
That's not out of the realm of possibility, honestly. I mean, he didn't play like out of this world last Sunday, but he played good enough and like made throws and there was a lot of drops. So if you cut the drops in half, then Deshaun throws like 225 that game or something like that.
Yeah,
225. You did say 95% chance we're going to win. That does mean 5% chance we might lose. Now, if that 5% comes true and we get beat by the New York Giants and Daniel Jones, do you think Nick's going to delete his Twitter account?
Not a chance in hell. Nick should be making money off his Twitter account because Nick has a lot of engagement. So Nick knows how to rile people up in a good and bad way, and I love all of it.
You know what? I like I said, I'm not sure where everything is going to go with Deshaun Watson, but I do know that I'm not going to handle a loss like it's the end of the world. So we could I just, sometimes you talk out of your ass, and I kind of did.
Well, Nick, that's all right. I'm glad that you are man enough to say, hey, I was talking out my ass. Yeah, I was probably wrong there. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah. And it's good. Like, we're all wrong on shit. I'm wrong about a lot of things. Too many things.
See, that's why I disagree with people coming at you, because you're a fan. You're allowed to be a fan of the Browns. So, yeah, maybe your emotions, somebody didn't like what you were spitting out, but it's no different than, like, I don't know, gatekeeping for somebody else's opinion. Look, if they don't like what you're putting out, yeah, they have every right to engage with you, but I wouldn't look at it as like, oh, now, like, you have to control how, you know what I'm saying? I think you just be Nick Carnes and you be who you are, and, you know what I'm saying? Hey, people love to hate as well. So, and if they're really hating on your feelings of being a Browns fan, because let's be real, being a Browns fan, come on, it's an up and down ride. It's a journey.
Yeah, you know what else it comes down to? You know what else it comes down to? People hate winners. Nick Carnes is a winner through and through. Nick Carnes is on Twitter, and I don't care if people think that's a big deal, not a big deal. Nick Carnes is known by a very large amount of people, online, offline. Like, it's amazing, and he just keeps going and does his thing, and people just give him shit for no reason. If anyone's ever met Nick Carnes, you'd be like, oh wow, like, why would anyone give this dude shit? Like, this is a down-to-earth dude just having a good time cheering on his favorite sports teams. I
appreciate you.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you this.
He's our Ferris Bueller.
All I know is what I discovered was missing from week 1 was watching the Browns with Dawg Chug. I had a great time at the bar. Thank you for inviting me, and I had a great time coming on tonight. And I'm just ready to watch you guys kick ass, because I'm listen. This is a Dawg Chug Stan account, and I'm just here to watch. So thank you for having me on. Have a great show. Go Browns.
Go Browns.
All right, Nick. Thanks. Go Browns, man.
Go Browns. All right. And I think we got another person that wanted to jump on and say hi real quick. So welcome back to the Dawg Chug. KFC.
Hey.
KFC.
Hey, what's up,
Look
boys?
at that.
Hey, boy.
Congratulations, by the way.
Heck yeah. I appreciate it. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you great.
Yeah, Your head's tiny, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
still 5 times bigger than yours, Roger.
What's he congratulated for?
I won a big award.
What kind of award?
Nobel Peace Prize.
A math award.
Spelling bee. Finally. No, I'm sitting in Richmond, Kentucky, about 2 hours away from my house, and I gotta be at work I'm gonna wake up about 5:30. So, but I had to take the time to be able to hop on the Dawg Chug. It doesn't get much better than this.
That's very true.
Nice. I can't wait to see what your weapon of choice is tonight here.
Oh,
you're back on the chugging of energy drinks,
buddy. Listen, I just didn't make it public. Never stopped. But old boy hasn't. I'm actually sitting in front of a gas station, and this I'm guessing the owner of the gas station is just like hardcore staring at me because I've been sitting in here for about 5 minutes now, like in the parking lot, just trying to get ready for this. So I better get it while it's getting good, you know.
All right, get it.
So,
yeah.
All right, let's get it.
There we go. He is the shotgun master.
That was
wow.
Yeah. Hey, I was rooting for your football team last weekend. To see how I was rooting for them. I was hoping.
Oh, my kitty cats.
Yep.
I'm always rooting for Kentucky. I'm always rooting for the Wildcats.
What's your thought on that play, Christian? That pick 6 that was no more. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
That was the biggest horse poop I saw. Listen, I lost my voice. I'm still recovering voice-wise from that game. I don't think I've ever been so loud at a game before until that one. I'm not gonna lie.
That play as a Buckeye reminds me of the Clemson play. So, I know what it's like in a situation like that where, you get that play, you're probably winning that game. And then that turns the Kentucky season around. And I will say, shout out to Kroger Field. Every time I watch the Cats, I just think, we have Kroger in Columbus. So it feels like home, Christian. So go Big Blue.
Hey, Kroger over Publix. Kroger over Publix.
Here's the thing. Publix got those, like when I go to Florida, you go to Publix down there, obviously. So
when I go to Georgia, I go to Kroger.
I didn't know there was, I didn't know there was a Kroger in. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy, Kroger's actually an Ohio thing, I think.
It's like the largest in the country, actually. Kroger. It is.
It's
part of Ralph's, too.
Kentucky.
You watch Big Brother, Andy. You ever watch Big Brother and you see some of the contestants at Kroger bags because it's part of Ralph's. And then,
Hey, Chilltown was a team back in like 2004 or 5, so. On Big Brother.
Oh, yeah, Boogie and
yeah, Mike Boogie.
Yeah.
All right, I think we gotta get this show moving along here. By the way,
I missed the Dawg Chug so much, just so you guys know.
Yeah,
we'll see you. We'll see you next Wednesday. We're gonna win against the Giants, so then we'll see you.
Absolutely, I'll see you guys most of every Wednesday from here until February. So
I hope
love
so.
it.
And if it's the Super Bowl, if we win the Super Bowl, then I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin and we're just gonna go crazy.
Bro, listen, if we win the Super Bowl, I'll butt chug a beer.
Please don't do that.
No, really do that. I want him to be so happy that he's willing to do that. Yeah, that means the Browns.
I don't even drink. But
if you're butt chugging, it has to be an energy.
I'm down to do anything to get Christian to shotgun a beer. I'm down to do whatever. Root for Deshaun
Come on, Browns.
Watson.
All the Browns have to do is win the Super Bowl.
I will carry Deshaun Watson to and from the plane.
Yeah, okay. If the Browns, I'll make it a little easier for you guys. If the Browns make it to the AFC Championship, I'll shotgun a beer for you.
All right,
man. I'm in.
And if that happens,
I'm glad
we can all meet in Cleveland.
Christian on the Dawg Chug. On the Dawg Chugger.
Dawg Chug. It gotta be on the
I might just do it right then, and I'll send it to you guys.
All right. Well, we want to, but we want the first interview. We want the first interview after.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm gonna hit the interstate, so I'll see you guys.
Christian, good seeing you, buddy.
All right. Peace.
Christian, thank you for coming on and chugging. That was awesome.
Hey, anytime you need some little energy drink chugging, let me know. I got you, boys.
Go Cats.
Love you, man.
Go Browns. Go Browns.
Come on down with the Browns.
I'm glad he's back. I'm glad you're back.
Well, appreciate it.
Please.
All right, Eddie, would you want to grace us with your presence for the remainder of the show? Because I think our feature got a little tired of watching.
Well, Andy, I didn't know if you wanted to put that public on the show or not because
hey, we keep it real on the Dawg Chug.
Well, I'll say one thing.
I do have a question.
Gator and I love Gator, and I don't know, for some reason, I feel like he doesn't like me, but that's another story. But here's the deal. So I'm talking to him in the private chat, Andy, and we're having a good conversation with him.
He'll come back on. He'll pop back in there eventually. It's only 25 after.
No, he said
he'll come back in and then yell at us for.
Hey, I do have a question for you guys, though, for Roger and Andy. Can I say fuck on this show now, or is it still censored, or can I just say what the fuck
are you talking about?
What is it?
Last time I was on the Dawg Chug, I couldn't say fuck too much for some weird reason. Not because of you guys. I don't know what the reason was, but we couldn't.
I probably wasn't around during those. No,
this was right before you came on. This was right before you came on, and this is like 2 months, maybe a month.
We
believe in free speech on the Dawg.
Yeah, there was we kept getting flagged because of
because we said fuck too much.
Yeah, somebody within somebody's circle was intentionally flagging us just to be dicks, I guess.
I just want to make sure I can say fuck if I wanted to.
Yeah, you can say whatever.
Nobody's throwing a flag here. Nobody's throwing a flag.
All right,
that's what I want to know.
We're gonna keep this show moving here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off with a little bit of break-ed news.
Oh wow, here we go. And this is in Columbus with your Dawg Chug break-ed news. Miles Straw is back with the Guardians, meaning Souvenir City's population will remain stagnant.
Kareem Hunt is signing with Kansas City. Don't worry, Cleveland fans. It will be the referees and Taylor Swift that will beat the Browns in the AFC Championship game, not Hunt. And finally, Leroy Bickerstaff led the Browns to a win on the field Sunday, proving he can burn bitches on and off the field. And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Wow. Good job,
Leroy
Ed.
Bickerstaff. That shit is hilarious.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. It's we like when people come on and laugh at our dumb shit. All right, Roger. I think we're gonna jump right into Dawg Chug update. We don't have slides today.
All right.
Why don't you kick us off?
We got that.
All right, here we go. It was revealed today that Myles Garrett missed practice again due to a foot injury, and his availability against the Giants is in question. Asked when this injury occurred, Myles explained that the refs got frustrated that despite allowing defenders to tackle him every single play, he still managed to generate pressure. And so they put me in a bed, put a block of wood between my legs, and miseried my ass with a sledgehammer, shattering both of my ankles in 12 places. But I'm still going to suit up and make Danny Dimes my bitch. Fuck him and fuck them refs.
Wow.
I love the look.
And by the way, Eddie, there you go. You know, showing the language right there.
All
right. David Njoku appears set to miss another game this weekend as he recovers from his high ankle sprain. While this is extremely disappointing, he's still having a better season than Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Wrong.
After suffering back-to-back losses to start the season, Ravens coach John Harbaugh, John Harbaugh said we have to keep pounding. Our reward will come in the future. Dude, maybe if you focus a little more on your football team and a little less on filming gay porn, you'd actually win a game and stop giving your QB AIDS. Andy. By the way, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said Justin Fields loves to compete and has quite a confidence about him. Nice try, Mike. Everybody knows quiet confidence is code for he's a loser. Am I right, Ed?
Huge. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I read them when they come, man. I just read them
I
when
wish
they
you
come.
were Leroy's burner.
I don't see him until you see him.
By the way, you're not saying that Ed's a loser. You're asking Ed, of course.
Right. No, I
believe. Of course, Andy. Of course, no, I'm asking that. No, of course not. Of course not.
I agree, Andy. I agree with that. You don't
want your players to have quiet confidence. That's not a good endorsement.
No. If you ain't shit talking and being braggadocious, it don't count.
All right, Ed, why don't you wrap this little segment up with a nice little top 10 action?
This is what we waited for. These are awesome.
Okay.
I love top 10s here.
All right. These are the top 10 reasons the Browns won on Sunday. Number 10. Scored more points. Duh. Number 9. In a battle of Clemson QBs, Watson trumped Lawrence. Number 8. Roger got the best table in the house at the basement at the Lake Sports Bar and Grill. Dawg Chug. Number 7. Browns kickers kick ass. Corey and Dustin getting wins.
That's number 1, by the way.
MVPs right there. Bubba.
I'm worried about it.
Bubba's boys.
Number 6. I predicted it. Asked Nick Carnes. Huge prediction. Met up with Nick. We met at the bar and walked in together. And I told him before I opened the door, I said, huge Browns victory. Number 5. Browns couldn't be like the Ravens, Bengals, and Trump assassinations. 0-2. We're going down that way. Number 4. Andy made the Ed sign multiple times on Sunday. That has been confirmed through pictures. Andy thinks it's AI. It's real. Number 3. Cleveland ran the damn ball effectively.
They did. Shout out the offensive line.
Yeah. Number 2. Browns found their franchise game manager QB.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there you go. And the number 1 reason why the Cleveland Browns won is because I was in Northeast Ohio during the game. And that's tonight's top 10.
That makes the most sense.
Of course, Ed. Thank you, Ed.
Hey, shout out the offensive line, though, because week 1, I know it's Dallas and they have a great pass rush. They look like dog shit. Week 2, not so much. They were looking pretty effective. They had some costly penalties here and there, but they look pretty damn good for the most part. So shout out to the offensive line. Hopefully they're healthy enough this week where 1 or 2 of Conklin come back.
Yeah.
So shout out to the offensive line because I was not happy with them, and I'm actually about to write how they neglected them in the offseason is one of the big flaws for this year.
Ed, I just want to say thank you so much for that awesome top 10. I appreciate that you didn't end on a joke, but you ended on promoting yourself.
I'm gonna pivot real quick here because I don't feel like getting ambushed tonight. But you know what? I feel for Gator right now. I feel for Gator. Like I get the show ready, and Gator and I don't know. Like I said, we have a history, but you know what? Deep down, I want Gator. If Gator's watching, because I know he's not, probably. Deep down, Gator. I would have liked to have a show with you tonight, and but we're having a great show now. And but I just want to say that Andy, because he's your guy. This is your guy. You can blame me. I'll let you blame me.
Hey, Gator.
No, he's mad at me. I've been a bully, and Gator's mad at me.
Gator can jump on right now, and
Andy, are we gonna find out about this? Are you? I mean, because if you don't, I'll even reach out to Gator. I got to know how he's feeling.
Oh, soap opera.
He's probably pissed.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was late though. But he was late. Like he didn't show up until like 15 after, right?
I didn't send him the link until about a minute before the show.
The show, look, I think the show was going real good, but I just think that maybe because I was talking to him in the private, maybe he just felt. I don't know.
Well, whatever it is, we'll get to the bottom of it, and it'll be, something Dawg Chug for the future.
Is that a foosball table, Andy?
I miss him.
Andy, is that a foosball table?
It is. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, we got to come hang out next time, and we can play. All right,
buddy, I'm there.
I think we're getting late in the show. We got to move it along. Ed, I want you to do your best spit sip chug that you've ever done.
Wow. Okay. Yes, we are going King Eddie word. I don't know why I'm saying, but I don't know, because see, when there's Eds, it's like crossing the streams right now. And like, what do you call another Ed sometimes? It's like,
whatever you Ed, Eddie, Edward.
See, I got crossed up right there. But we are playing a staple game so great because I gave it its name. Spit, sip, chug. Well, we will say a statement. And if you heavily agree with that statement, you will chug. And if you don't agree with it, you will spit. Andy spits like a llama. It was confirmed. But if you want to be like Roger and sip, because you're lukewarm on it, which we are playing.
Gentlemen.
Andy, let's do it now. No sip for Roger tonight. The sip rule is in effect tonight. Roger, it is either chug or spit. We're hoping you're chugging tonight. We will start with the first statement, and we always start with our guest. We'll start with Eddie on this one. And the first statement being, Deshaun Watson being a game manager can still get the Browns deep in the playoffs.
I'm chugging that. Because game managers can do that. We've seen game managers do that in the playoffs before. Nick Foles was sort of a game manager, but he also had a lot of good passes and big touchdown passes. But he was a game manager for a lot of it, and just came up big when he needed to. Yep. So if Deshaun Watson can do that, then we're good. So I'm chugging on that one.
Nice. Roger with the inability to sip tonight.
Okay, first, I love this segment because then I get to talk about what I want to talk about finally when we get to this point. So you've been doing a pretty good job with this, Ed, but you moved through it too fast. Deshaun Watson losing a game, being a game manager, can still get the Browns. Yes, absolutely. And that's all I want him to do. I'm chugging. I don't want Deshaun. See, I don't play fantasy football, so I don't care. What he does or doesn't do. I don't care what his stats are. I really don't care what anybody's stats are. They're exciting, if they're fun, if they're good. But the only stat I care about is a W at the end of the, if Amari Cooper, what do you have, like a 200-yard game? That was fucking exciting. But I didn't care if he had 48 yards and we got a W. Same thing with the quarterback. I don't care. You know what I mean? Nick Chubb, when he explodes for, 180 yards on the ground, is just we're fortunate. We're like the people that watch Jim Brown. When we watch Nick Chubb, somebody like my son Jack's kids are going to be like, holy smokes, he watched Nick Chubb play football. You know what I mean? Like with people that watch Jim Brown play football. So we're fortunate for that when Nick played. So, yeah, I'm chugging. And prom dunk. Hey, I'll tell you what. He's trying to fight with me today, and he's gonna try to fight with me on the show today, I guess. And he stayed. He went back to the. Yeah. All right. Prompt.
Nice.
He tried to fight with me today, and he ran away.
Okay. I will share the sentiment of the gentleman before me and Chug as well.
Are you still in the Mountain Dew? Is that Diet
Yeah,
Mountain Dew?
I'm still in the Mountain Dew.
I love that for you. I love that people. I wish I can drink. I can't drink Mountain Dew anymore. It messes my up too much. Like it just, I can't do it.
Wait,
I love it.
You had too much Mountain Dew that your body can't handle it anymore. What are you saying?
No, it is too much sugar in that it just, for whatever reason, that soda, pop, whatever the fuck you call it.
You can't drink any pop?
No, I can still drink pop still, but that one I cannot drink.
I mean, I having Mountain Dew, it is a different cat compared to the other sodas out there, and yeah. So I mean, I definitely.
No, I used to drink the shit out of it. Then it just like one day I was like, my stomach hurt.
Unique health challenges can occur with over excessive Mountain Dew, and hasn't happened yet, and I don't really care. So I am chugging that Mountain Dew and more Mountain Dews in the future. But on this statement, I am chugging because of Deshaun Watson. We saw, this Browns team is really, really good, and if their offense plays really good, then they win games. And but the arguments on X are not whether he can, do that. I mean, it's kind of how much you paid for him and the production you're getting at, and people don't care about the wins or losses when they fight with each other, just like Baker. Sometimes it wasn't about the wins or losses, and I think people on X need to realize that. Just take that component out of your argument, because it's all about feelings on that one. But when it comes to a subjective on the field result that's actual, tangible, yes, of course, and that's why I'm chugging on this. Andy.
Yeah, the Browns have the defense, the playmakers on offense. They've got the team where I don't need the quarterback to put the team on its back. I just need a quarterback that's going to execute the plays. And Sean did that for some of the game. I think he needs to heat up a little bit more. I'm hopeful that'll happen. But yes, absolutely. If he can just be a slightly above average quarterback, this is a team that can go deep. So I am chugging.
Nice. And that will conclude statement 1, where we all for chug. And you know what that means? New rule. Name the game was great, but we got to take it to another level in season 4 of the Dawg Chug. So from now on, it is now official. We've done it in the past, but now it is official. If we all for chug on a statement, we get an extra chug. So we get to chug again.
When have we ever done that before?
Well, it's part of the enhancement. It's the fun of this year. I told you I'm coming back for fun. So we'll move to statement number 2, and we will start with, guess what? Roger this time.
Yeah, I'm going to grab another beer so I can continue.
Absolutely. Yes. So, Roger, statement number 2. The Browns' running game is fixed.
Oh, me?
You.
I'm sorry. I wanted to say, and Eddie left, that the Mountain Dew, Ed, your consumption of it is, you people are built a little different. You make casseroles and cook with it. You baste pork in Mountain Dew and slow bake it. So
I only brush my teeth with it, Roger.
Down in Southern Ohio, they're a little different. At Southwestern, Ohio, they baste food in Mountain Dew. So drinking it's not a problem. As far as our running game's fixed, it all depends on the offensive line as how the running game goes. You know what though? I think they had a good mix. I wanted to see a little more of Freeman. I wanted to see a little more of him. But what do they have? 120 some yards combined on the ground. So you know what I mean? That's what it takes to run this offense. Then right. I guess it's fixed. I don't know. I guess I can't sit, and I don't have a beer open, so I'm gonna say I'm spitting.
Okay. I am going to chug, and I don't really, believe strongly either way. I just want to chug because I'm thirsty, and honestly, one thing bad about Mountain Dew is, to Eddie's point, it's one of those drinks, just like most sodas, that if you keep drinking, it just makes you want to drink more, So, but I want more. Speaking of more, I want more Browns running game, and is it fixed? Probably not. Probably not in terms of fantasy wise, in terms of
about Nick Chubb.
over 100 yards, maybe not. But if this Browns running game in the next couple of weeks can get Deshaun to where he needs to be, because we're playing inferior opponents, you look at our Giants, Raiders, and Commanders, we should win all 3 games, even if he game manages. But hopefully he kind of goes a little bit above that. He does that, offensive line gets healthy, and then the run game. The run game doesn't have to be, what it was with, Nick Chubb. It needs to be where it's 3rd and 2, they can get a first down. It needs to be on 4th and 1, they always get the first down. It needs to be like the plays that we had in Jacksonville when Ford broke around the corner like that. He's got that speed. He did it in Pittsburgh with his big run. Ford's known to do that. He's, what was the fastest run in week 2? So just do more timely running. I think Stefanski's getting more balanced with the play calling. And so I am definitely chugging on that one. Andy.
If by fixed you mean neutered, I am chugging on this.
There you go. That's fine. You can interpret it how you want. I mean, it's a statement. It's
the Browns running game is not where it needs to be. I want to be the San Francisco 49ers running the ball. We are pathetic still. A lot better than week 1, but they have a long way to go. And I hope once our tackles get healthy and once Nick Chubb gets back and proves that he's still the Nick Chubb we remember, we can get there. That's what we need to do. We got a lot of work to do. So
nice.
I'm spitting on this. There's no way this running game is fixed just because of a solid game from Deontay Foreman, and no, that's just not it. And that's not. First off, that's a fault of Andrew Bear. That's one of his. There's not very many blemishes. And here comes a cat into the screen here in a second.
Oh.
She doesn't realize that there's a show going on, but
we appreciate cat. I like Ross's cat back in the Eddie. If you want more screen time, bring the cat. We love cats.
Okay, well, I'll book her for next show. Anyway, the running game it was fine the other day for what it needed to be. Week 1 it was non-existent, and sure, Dallas's defense is great, but it's not fixed by any means. Like Deontay Foreman is the Kareem Hunt of last year and the year before. He's going to have 60 to 80 yards on the ground, maybe. Yeah, there we go. He might have 60 to 80 yards on the ground. Who knows if Ford's healthy or not? But it's not fixed. But once Chubb comes back, it will be fixed a little more. Once the offensive line comes back healthier, it will get fixed a little bit more. But as of right now, it's not fixed by any means. It was a solid game, but Jacksonville's pass rush and their run defense is not that great. So the Browns did what they were supposed to. They controlled the game mostly on the ground, but Deshaun also made throws. And as that keeps evolving and as players keep coming back from injury, it's just going to get better. But for right now, it's a spit just because it's not fixed by any means. In a couple weeks, maybe week 5, here comes Nick Chubb, maybe. And I just want to say that Nick Chubb, the first game he goes, we all want him to go for 180 and 2 touchdowns, and we'd all be chugging and cheering and high-fiving and all that. Don't expect that because it's going to take time for him to come back from this. The Browns run game is built more so if they keep winning and they can go into the playoffs, and that way is where they're going to be built more. Not right now. It's not fixed by any means right now.
Fair enough.
I want him to come into a game wearing like 43, number 43, Rick Tubb, and he comes in and he just gets a couple. Nobody knows it's him at first, and then get a couple. Because you're right, he's not going to come in and go for 180 yards. It's going to be a process. We want Nick Carnes 100% in December,
And Nick Chubb.
I mean, Nick Chubb, Nick Carnes, both of them.
Yeah, and also, too, I see he's commented a couple times, great points to Kevin, our good Zip buddy, Kevin. Happy birthday, right? It's his birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chug. Here we go.
Yeah, birthday Chug for Kevin. Say something Irish. I'm Irish. I don't know. I know he knows I'm sorry. So I got happy birthday, but however they say it in Ireland, I'm saying that.
Lucky Charms. There we go. Lucky Charms.
Yeah, hey, that'll work. All right, moving on to statement number 3. Roger, I'm not running a tight ship tonight here. Come on. Number 3. I think you could. This is a little spicy.
Good, actually.
This one's
I'm
a little
proud
spicy.
of you.
Thank you. At 2-0, the Steelers are the worst team in the AFC North. And I get to start this one out. And you know what? like I said, like the other one, I could probably make a nice argument either way, but I want to chug. And it's not basically with team, but I look at this season and I'm thinking to myself, the Browns are better, okay, than the Steelers. Okay. I know that. Their defense, obviously in Pittsburgh, whatever. But here's the thing. I saw the Bengals play Kansas City, and they always play Kansas City tough, and they always lose a heartbreaking game where they get a penalty at the end of the game and blah, 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 and they cry later. Okay, that's fine. But there it is. Happy birthday, Kevin. And to yourself. And thank you. You're welcome. But also, I looked at the Ravens. I think they'll get better. Bad loss to the Raiders. But I think they rebound. They got Lamar. Bengals, they got Burrow. They you know what I'm saying? But you look at this Steelers team, it's like their offense sucks. Like, I mean, they had 3 quarterbacks last year, and now they got Fields and Wilson. I don't know what he's going to play. I don't know how bad his injury is. I think it's worse than what people are saying. But no, I think they're the worst team at 2-0, and that's why I chugged on it. Andy.
Yes, the Steelers' offense is terrible, but they continue to prove that they can win with officiating in their favor and on the backs of their defense. The Baltimore Ravens did lose to the Las Vegas Raiders, so they are right now the worst team, and I don't care what they're going to be until I see it. They suck, and they're the worst team in the AFC North right now. So Steelers, you're, I guess, like the best team right now, but that'll change. All in all, I'm spinning.
Sounds like you should move to Youngstown, Andy, and like don other colors.
All right, I'm there. They have good Italian restaurants. Come in.
I've heard that. I've heard a lot of good things about the Italian scene in Youngstown. I need to visit there sometime. I heard there's good golf there too,
and a lot of crazy women. So.
I'm not saying that.
I like that.
Fair enough, Eddie.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm chugging the shit out of this.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's my man right there. 2 Eds are better than 1. Hell yeah.
First off, they are what everyone's record is what they are. They're either 2-0, 0-2, 1-1. The Steelers 2-0. Fuck them. Not even good for them. Fuck them. 2-0, first in the division. They haven't played anybody, and they scored 1 fucking touchdown. I know the Browns have only scored 2 touchdowns, but regardless, they both have good kickers, good defenses. Comes down to the quarterback. The Steelers aren't the best team. I don't care if Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow combine over 4. I love that, though, by the way. But they're better football. They have better football teams than the Steelers do. And the Steelers have this. It's not like a cake schedule to start, but it's easier.
Yeah.
After like week 6, it's a whole fucking gauntlet for them until the end of the season. So there's not a lot. And like Justin Fields, he hasn't done anything to lose them in the game. He hasn't really done anything to win them in the game. He just game managed. So
look, I'm a Buckeye, and I love C.J. Stroud. I'm a Buckeye alum, and you know what? He's ass. Justin Fields is ass. Okay,
see, I don't know if he's ass. I thought he played well last year in Chicago, and if they just build around him and not have zesty Caleb Williams, whatever.
We keep lowering the bar for these picks. We keep lowering the bar for these quarterbacks. He's ass, and he should be better. I'm sorry.
Now I think, but I agree. He should be way.
Yeah. Okay.
If he like panned out a little bit more than what we thought he would, or what we thought he was going to, and then he went to Chicago, and it's like, great. Then maybe okay, sure, but there's nothing that I see of Ohio State Justin Fields in Pittsburgh. The little that I've seen of him so far, I'm just like, nothing resembles who I saw you as and thought you were going to be great. So, all right, see ya. No, chug the hell out of that.
Thank you. Roger.
Me again?
That's you.
Didn't I answer this? Oh, wait. You know what? I got bored during the last one. I answered this one in my head. You didn't get it. I better redo. You know what I was thinking is because I can't sip on this one because I thought this one out. Weren't they at one point, like, didn't they have a season where they were like 8-0 and then like they lost the rest of the way out?
Yeah, they started like 11-0 and they lost like
11-0, even 11-0 they were. And they missed them. But Mike Tomlin, man, I hate Mike Tomlin, but he can win with Duck Hodges. So if you give him a halfway decent quarterback, never count the Steelers out. As Brown fans, we make the biggest mistake, and to count the Steelers out. And for some, they're always there in the end, no matter what. I guess, what am I doing?
You would be
they're the worst team because they're the worst team because they're in Pittsburgh. So I'm chugging on it.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
We're saying a lot of words today that don't actually say anything. Let's try and pick it up.
A lot of word salad going on tonight. Oh, well. Hey, last statement number 4. We're in the home stretch. We will start with Andy on this one. Tua needs to retire or he will end up having a brain like he belongs on the Dawg Chug.
Yeah, I mean, it seems, I mean, look, this question should be Denzel Ward related, but I guess we're talking about Tua.
Insert Denzel if you want.
They've both had a lot of concussions. I hope the data reflects, in like 10 years that us taking concussions serious and not just throwing guys back out there after, they're having severe trauma inside their head proves that maybe we can, they're not jello when they're 50 years old. So I guess I'm not sure if multiple concussions are as serious as it used to be. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But I do want to believe that Denzel Ward is going to play for a long time. So if I'm going to believe that, then I have to believe that Tua is going to be okay. So I am going to spit. I'm sorry. You're not going to be on the Dawg Chug because you're going to have a long, mediocre career in the NFL.
Eddie.
This was Tua should retire, correct?
He needs to retire or he'll end up being like us. Okay.
I understand if he is not wanting to retire and wants to keep going, and I understand from his perspective, that's his life. If he wants to do that and he's talked to his family and he has the next 4 weeks to do that and talk to experts, great, that's all for it. But if I were him personally, and I've never played a down of professional football in my life, but if it came down to my well-being and my mental state of my brain being scrambled or not, I'm getting out of there. He just signed a big contract. He's getting a shit ton of money guaranteed. Like, you don't have to play football anymore. Like, I get you want to. You love the game of football. We all love football. The 4 of us would play football right now if we could professionally, but we can't. And you can get out while you can. You can get to see your kids grow up if you have kids, and if you have grandkids, you can see them grow up and shit. I get out now, but I also understand if he says, "Hey, no, I'm good," unless the next 4 weeks say, "Hey, I'm not good," I'm playing again. But I would not.
Okay, that's fair. Great answer, Roger.
You know what, man? I do what I do on here and cut up, and I ruin your beautiful statements and give you word salad. But this is something that I really take seriously. I rode home on a school bus, and I remember right now at 55 years old riding home on this school bus in 1984 from Lorraine Admiral King football game. That sitting on the bus, I didn't remember playing in. Couldn't recall playing in the game as we drove back to St. Edward. That was 1984. And you want to end up on Dawg Chug. And then I went to 32 Grateful Dead shows too later on after that. So that don't fucking help either. But here's my question for guys like Joe Hayden and Tua. How many concussions, how many times were they on a high school bus or a college plane and they don't remember playing in that game because there wasn't the protection that the NFL has to do because of insurance claims and getting sued the fuck out of, for not protecting these guys. How many concussions or how many times did Joe Hayden, ride home on a bus back to, after a high school football game that I don't remember playing in because he's susceptible to concussions? I think, you know what? I have a child. I have a boy that's dying to play football. And Jack, he's going to be just like his old man when the ball snapped. I can tell he's a football player, but I won't let him play until he's in the 7th grade. He plays touch right now, and he wants to put on the equipment and get out there and hit somebody. And he's not allowed to yet. I take it serious. Yeah. So I'm chugging. And these guys, they need to be protected. If you got to wear that big giant, you see Coromo's, and it's a little crooked. Maybe they need to make the thing actually the color of the helmet instead of the wrap on it, because Coromo's look a little crazy. If I'm, you know what? If I'm a quarterback and I see that coming at me, I'm terrified with the big giant helmet, with the crooked stripe on it. But I take it serious. You want to get in, Eddie? Go ahead.
So 2 quick points. Number one, I wish more players would wear the Guardian cap. It doesn't look stupid, and like players like, I'm going to protect my head, and I'll be the one that says, hey, I'm going to do this. I'll put this thing over my helmet. I'm good. That's number one. Number two, Denzel Ward wasn't out with a concussion this week. I feel that we've talked about concussions a lot, and Denzel Ward he has been victim to those in the past, yes, but that was not why he played 11 snaps this week. It was because of a shoulder injury, the same shoulder that bothered him last season that he had to miss 2 games for. So first off, don't be surprised if he misses 2 games, but he was not in concussion anything. I know this whole.
I just kind of lumped him in there because of the history of it. He is a player and one of our guys that has a history. I
get that, but he did not have one this week. It was a shoulder injury, and then concussions are a thing for Denzel Ward, but not this week.
Okay.
Roger, you're done, right? I don't want to.
Well, yeah, man. If the dude's brains on the line, he should retire.
Yeah. No, I wanted you to finish because that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure you had time to finish. That's why I had asked.
Yeah, I just, and I think I love guys like Hayden just because of the history of it. And it's the first name that came to my head because he's one of our guys. Yeah. And, right down the road. So, I think they need to protect themselves. Okay. And, what's more important? A long, fruitful life, especially nowadays, because you got a hell of a lot more money than guys that retired 20 years ago that may have suffered from this, So yeah, man, if that's your choice, I'd retire. Either end up like me or retire now. Tua.
Yeah, but hold on, wait. But you're saying that instead of living out his dream, winning football games in front of a national audience, he should be on the Dawg Chug.
Who knows, if he continues to pursue that dream, he may end up on the Dawg Chug, or.
But that's the alternative.
What's that?
The alternative is that he doesn't get to play out his dream, and he has to do
Roger, it's one or the other. It's either he retires and doesn't join us on the Dawg Chug, or he continues to play and joins us on the Dawg Chug.
Oh, I see. It's going to end up the same way. Okay, well, I mean,
first off, Super Bowl is always the top priority, just so we're all aware. Pronky Dong.
You guys sound like you have quiet confidence.
That's Eddie, your beer's 5.5. Mine's 8.9. Don't throw math at me.
Well,
I
guess.
Give Ed the attention so he can answer this one.
Oh, right. I'm chugging on it.
He should retire.
I guess what it comes down to, if you actually read the statement, he needs to retire or he will. And he needs. Look, I'm not saying stop playing. I'm just saying from a statement standpoint, he needs to, because if he keeps playing, he will obtain the brain to belong on the Dawg Chug, and he's probably already there.
I get what you're saying, though, Ed, because if someone tells me you need to do this, my mind instantly goes like, fuck you, I don't need to do shit. Like, even if I absolutely have to need to do it, my brain just goes like, I don't need to do shit. Shut your mouth.
Yeah,
like,
right. So,
I'll determine that. Thanks.
So throwing that element in there along with the whole, what I'm saying, I've seen, here's the thing about Denzel Ward and Tua. I think Tua is definition different concussion wise, and it's not when it comes to medical term definition, it's definition of perception. And that perception is when we see Tua, we see him take these hits and he does things with his hands, you can tell, and it's like that's a common trait of somebody that is having a concussion, and he's doing things more medically than, like, when Denzel gets a concussion, sometimes we don't even know he got a concussion. We're like, he had a great game, he had 2 interceptions, and son of a bitch, he's out with it. It's always the games that we don't even know sometimes that he had a concussion.
I got it. Let me interject here.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
I'm at work today. I'm in my back in the shop. I'm at my desk, and one of the project managers said, "Hey, we need you to drive up to Painesville area. One of the kids got hit in the head with a pipe with his hard hat. It just hit the hard hat, right? But he said he's a little dizzy on the lift, so they brought him down, whatever. He like turned his head and hit the pipe, but he got dizzy. Brought him down. I had to drive to Painesville from Manaway, take him to the ER. I sat there until 3:30, and he come out. He looked fine, looked great, talking on the phone, but he had a concussion, wasn't allowed to drive. I had to drive him to Canton, drive him home. And he looked talking. This was today. I swear to God. It was today. This is how I spent my afternoon. I was in a ER waiting for a kid that was getting checked out for a concussion. And he looked absolutely like nothing was, and he even said, "I'm okay," but
yeah. And that's
the doctor said that the lights were out, man.
Yeah.
Well, let him drive.
Until he has like a mild concussion, or
hey, I got a pretty good job, don't I?
No, he has like a mild concussion. Is that what he has?
Yeah. The doctor told me you got to drive him home. You can't. His car was parked there in Painesville at the building we're building, a big giant fucking job site, and they said no, so they left it. I drove them from Painesville to Canton. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Drove him home. Got him home safe. Yeah.
So is he retiring from
that? He was just What's that?
You have to retire from plumbing?
He does not have to retire from plumbing, but he's just going to be on the sideline cutting rod and organizing the gang box.
Sure, and there should be a response, and it sounds like you're taking it serious, and I'm happy for all that. But Ed, when you were answering, Kamala Harris texted me and said, "I really like Ed's answer." Very she's thumbs up. So good job. Wow. All right. We're gonna move it along. We have two little fun bits prepared. I think we're gonna end on making our football picks for the week. By the way, we went 4-1 again last week. We got so close. Our guest picked Dallas, and John, a great guy at the PTX Browns Packers, but not a great football prognosticator. He picked poorly while everyone else did really well. But we're gonna top 4-1. We're gonna go 5-0 this week. I know it. But before we do that, we're gonna play a little. I wouldn't call it a game, Eddie, but I'm gonna read 3 statements, 3 things that could potentially happen this season in football. And what I want you to do is pick which one you think is the most likely.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna start with number 1, and this might have been made for another person, so I apologize. Are you a big fan of all the Cleveland teams or just the Browns?
The Browns, but I fuck with the Guardians a lot. Because I just got to go to a Guardians game in August. That was cool. That stadium is awesome. The hot dog with the Fruit Loops on it, fantastic. So I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, but if we don't make it, which we probably aren't, I'm gonna root for the Guardians for the postseason. So them, Ohio State. So not really Cleveland much, but.
All right, and do you follow the Cavs at all? A little bit?
Yeah, so I'm in Browns Twitter, which is halfway Cavs Twitter, and right. I think the Cavs have a good potential.
You'll do great. All right, first one. I'm going to read 3 statements. The Guardians win the World Series. The Cleveland Browns win the division, or the Cavs miss the playoffs. Which one of those 3 is the most likely?
I'm gonna go with the Guardians winning the World Series. Whoa. I really think that they. I really think they have an offense that can either score just enough, like a 3-2 game, or they have a potential to win an 11-3 game in their favor. I'm very high on a lot of their players. A couple of them I had in fantasy baseball, which I lost in the playoffs last week, so it doesn't matter. But I got to see some in person. Jose Ramirez is one of my favorite non-Red Sox players in the league. I think that's very doable. I think that's the most likely of those 3 scenarios.
All right, Ed, did he get that one right? What would you have picked?
The most likely?
Yeah,
I would say the Browns winning the division.
Nice, I like that too. I got a big bet on the Browns winning the division, so I would be very happy.
I can see the Guardians going to the World Series, but I don't know. I got scores of 95, 97, and 16, and it's just like until I see them, they were up 3-1. I mean, I don't know. That gets overlooked because the Cavs won 3-1, but I can't. I'm not over that yet. Wow. That hurts.
Fair enough. All right, we're gonna move on to the second one. Amari Cooper makes the Pro Bowl. Not having a great season yet, but he could rebound. Deshaun Watson statistically finishes as a top 12 quarterback in the NFL. Or Nick Chubb has 1,000 yards rushing this season.
That's a good trio of questions right there. That's a good trio.
They're not questions.
Or statements or whatever the fuck they are. Is it me?
It's you. Yeah.
Oh shit.
What you were thinking.
I'm gonna go. God, that's tough. I'm gonna go Nick Chubb getting 1,000 yards.
Whoa, nice. I'll tell you, if Nick Chubb has 1,000 yards rushing this season, we are in.
That's the right answer, Andy. Of all the three, that is the right answer.
All right, Roger, which would you have gone with? Everyone wants to know.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
Amari Cooper making the Pro Bowl, Deshaun Watson finishing statistically as a top 12 quarterback, or Nick Chubb rushing for 1,000 yards this season whenever he returns.
What's more likely to happen?
Of those three? Jesus Christ.
Which of those three things? Yeah, I'd say
Amari Cooper making the Pro Bowl. Okay, got it. Right. So glad I turned to Roger.
You invited that, Andy. You invited that.
Are we still on the air? Are we still on the air?
Yeah, we don't have restrictions, Roger.
I've been talking on Twitter.
We are, but nobody's watching. Okay. Number 3.
Sweet.
Which of these three, Eddie,
I gotta piss.
Most likely? The Steelers making the playoffs, the Browns hosting a playoff game in January, or a longtime guest of the Dawg Chug, Mike Crutchfield, comes out.
Doesn't mean we're not being recorded.
I don't know if you're familiar with our buddy Crutch. He comes on a lot. He loves reality TV a little too much. You might
Andy, I love him the same. Andy, I'm just letting you know I love him the same.
Crutch is my guy, though.
Yeah.
So Crutch coming out of the closet to us on the Dawg Chug, obviously. Browns winning the AFC North and hosting a playoff game, or the Steelers make the playoffs. Which one of those three is the most likely?
So the Steelers making the playoffs, the Browns hosting a playoff game.
Yep.
Or this dude Crutch coming out as a homosexual on air on the Dawg Chug.
That's right.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Well, the Steelers are already automatically out. I have no idea who that dude even is, or if he is on Twitter, if I follow him, or if I've ever interacted with him. I have no idea his sexual preferences, nor do I give a fuck. So I'm going to say Browns host a fucking playoff game. That's the most.
Eddie, notice, I am not shocked at all that this may happen. I haven't heard this ever, and as soon as Andy said it, I was like, "What?
Wait, what?
It's plausible." Huh?
Oh, you're saying Crutch being gay is the most likely. Okay.
Oh.
I'm like,
plausible. Happy coming out.
I don't know. I wouldn't,
I don't think so. Crutch is a down dude.
I'm just like,
Roger, when you were in the waiting room waiting for your coworker, were you doing heroin?
Was I doing what?
Just okay. Never mind.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. We're gonna move on to the final one. Let's have some fun here. The Ravens finish under 500 for the season, which means the best record they could have is 8-9. The Bengals get long-term deals done with Chase and Higgins, or Deshaun Watson signs an exclusive deal with the Book My Massage app.
I'm glad my speakers cut off.
Let me get the Watson one out of the way, because
so glad nobody's watching.
I'm glad it was presented, Andy. I'm glad that was presented.
I love that you did that. I do love that you did that, but that's out of the way. I'm actually gonna go with the Ravens finishing at the most likely of these three. At best, they go 8-9. I don't I think they still win 10 or 11 games, but I would not be surprised if it does not get going and they go 8-9. So I'm going to go with that one because the first one or the last option you gave, no. The next one, it's like, But I'm going to go with them finishing 8-9 is the most likely.
All right. Ed, do you agree with that?
That is that just like the other statement or question or whatever. That is the correct and only correct answer.
Nice. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for playing.
Oh, Andy, before we get into your
baseball.
pick'ems because you like to gamble, let's play a game because I got it ready.
Oh, you got the
Yeah,
okay. Rapid
fire. That's right.
No, hold on. Ed, before you get going, you made this thinking you were going to be doing it with
said guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So
Right.
are you going to be able? Is it still going to work? Is there going to have to be any adjustments?
Honestly, the only thing that changes is the last question because it's Browns related. Let's go. Eddie, you are in rapid fire. I will rapid fire questions out to you. I want a simple yes, no, and you have under 5 seconds. Don't think it out. Don't say any other words besides yes or no. And here we go. Browns win the AFC North.
No.
Browns make playoffs.
Yes.
Watson is a franchise quarterback.
No.
Baker is better than Watson.
Yes.
Ford and Foreman are fine.
Yes.
Browns O-line is still a strength.
No.
Amari Cooper has diminishing skills.
Yes.
Jerry Jeudy is our best offensive weapon.
Yes.
Browns D gives up too many big plays.
No.
The Browns kickers are weapons.
Yes.
The Browns will beat all three Giants, Raiders, Commanders.
Yes.
Bengals will finish in last place.
No.
Steelers quarterbacks all suck.
Yes.
The Browns should move to Brook Park.
No.
Andy Manchin is an alcoholic.
No comment.
Roger hates the Browns.
No.
The Dawg Chug is a top 500 Cleveland podcast.
Top 1.
Freddie, Jason, or Michael Myers?
Michael Myers.
Eddie, you are off. Rapid fire. Thank you.
Wait, hold on.
Eddie, awesome.
Yeah,
man.
one more. Is he
I'll have
punching
a
top
sleeve.
or a bottom?
If you've never met me, I do have a horror tattoo sleeve, so I can comment on all things horror.
I knew you were into that genre, and I had a great one for Gator, by the way. We'll have to save that for another
Gator
day.
needs his gat.
Nice. Well done with the rapid
Eddie,
fire.
man, you hung out. You were awesome tonight, man. We appreciate you.
Hey,
stepping up, coming in.
We're not done. We are still.
I know.
We gotta bet. We gotta gamble here.
Hey,
I'm about to look up
my
gambling right
headphones start cutting out halfway through the show, so don't count on me for nothing.
Well, I can already say that that's what we're doing.
That's kind of been the strategy all night.
I'm surprised you had to ask that question. Okay. We're going to do our last little segment here. Pick 5. We each are going to pick a NFL or NCAA football game against the spread, of course. And if all 5 of us get it right, we are going to win a shit ton of money. Last week we went 4-1. The week before that we went 4-1, thanks to Ed. Can we top 4-1 and go 5-0? We're about to find out. I'm going to start with my daughter's pick. Because she picked she picked the Bears against the Colts. Bears are getting 1.5. She said we don't even need the 1.5 because the Colts suck. And she also said that watching that last Bears game, their new quarterback started heating up a little bit. She's excited. She's a fan. So she went the Chicago Bears. And with that being said, Eddie, go ahead and pick any team you want outside of Indy or the Bears.
The Bears.
Can I take Tampa Bay minus the 6.5?
Whoa.
Good bet. Damn it.
You are
Baker.
You already revealed during rapid fire that you're a Baker bro, and now you're just backing it up. I like it.
Well, first off, I'm not a Baker
that's
bro, but I have a shit ton of respect for Baker Mayfield. Hindsight after the Browns, because he needed to leave the Browns to succeed. He went through 2 other teams. He found the perfect team for his skill set, and that team found the perfect quarterback for their skilled players. So not a Baker bro.
Man, that sucks.
Baker. So
You know, oh my God. Oh,
sucks.
okay, so Andy, Pronky Dong.
I hate
Pronky
Baker
Dong.
and love him.
I got this. I got to say this story right here. Pronky Dong. I thought about it. So here's the deal. So I did rapid fire the first time when you were gone, Andy. I did it with Jacob, okay? And then you said you liked it. So I thought to myself, I can't believe I named a segment and then put an Ed, like Break Ed News. But then I thought about it. I'm like, oh my God. And I told Kelly, I said, if I was going to be Rap Ed News, be like Raped Fire. I can't have art, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So I can't have Raped Fire. So
wait.
Rapid Fire.
You don't think the Dawg Chug could have a bit called Raped Fire?
Yeah, what the fuck was I thinking? Damn it. You know, Andy, this is where I need to be the guy that's just
Rap Ed Fire is dope. Yeah. Just how it looks on the screen.
When I'm not selfish and all about me, you get mad at me.
I only get mad at you when you're annoying.
Well, that's every show, Andy. I mean, that's
we can, it's from now on.
We can be Raped Fire.
Raped Fire, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll make the changes.
Okay. Apparently, you need to be in our meetings because Ed doesn't know how to pitch something properly, but that's all right. All right. So, Ed, you took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win by a touchdown. They have to win by a touchdown or more, or we all get on fire. I'm sure Baker's up for the task. Usually when he has two good games, he follows it up with a third good game. That's pretty much his MO. So I feel good about this. Roger. No, let's go Ed first. Ed.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Well, last week I went with Ross's alma mater.
The Cincinnati Bearcats.
A fictitious animal.
Don't
and you know what? I'm going to roll with them again this week. As the Bearcats and the Houston Cougars play cats, not in Springfield, but down in Cincinnati. So give me the Bearcats and giving up points to the Houston Cougars.
So they're playing in Kentucky.
They're playing in Houston. No, they're playing in Kentucky.
How many points they giving?
They're giving 3.5.
Yeah, a little high, but I'm rolling with them.
Okay, you roll them. It's almost like you don't have another thought.
Hey, when we cash in this on the weekend and Andy texts us, oh, hey, we fucking hit this, we're like, oh, hey, Ed, yeah, keep.
No, I lost week 1 and I blame the Browns because it was the Browns. So I feel like if I lose this with the Bearcats, I'll just blame Ross. So it's kind of just that's fine.
I'm with that.
Yeah. It's pretty lame. All right, you could take the Bearcats or you could change it, but regardless of what option you choose,
what are the Bobcats doing this week? Can I play
to implicate Ross? You're making the decision.
No, because when I pick the Bobcats, I'm going to blame you someday. Don't worry about it.
All right, who do you want?
I want the Bearcats.
All right, then the Bearcats are, and it's on you if they lose.
That's right.
It's on Ross.
Not on Ross. You picked them. You could have picked
any other team. Had you just done it the first time and then that's it?
Yeah.
No, I won with them last week, and I'm giving Andy. Look, I'll be real.
You're taking them. That's the point.
I'm taking them, Andy. Give me the Bearcats.
Roger, why don't you go ahead and take Ohio State? So if they lose, you can blame it on Ed.
Right. I get that logic, Andy. I understand that.
They're going to run away with the MAC. The Buckeyes are running away with the MAC.
Stop it.
Michigan's
going to lose again this week.
Not going to stop. Look out, MAC. Who's next? Akron on their list is. You know what, man? I love the Lions, but they lost just right. That's why I love them. But they're playing the Cardinals, and their quarterback, I don't even know his name. I don't care what his name is because he's irrelevant. He's a fantasy football quarterback. He'll run around, and he'll kill the point spread on you on the last second on some ridiculous scramble, throw for a touchdown to the third-string tight end that blows your spread. So I can't do that. I wanted. You already took Baker from me. And the other game that I love is the Falcons are for real. The only thing they were missing was a quarterback. They have that in Kirk Cousins. How many points are the Falcons getting against the Chiefs?
They are getting 3.5.
And where's it at?
It is in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Wow.
All right. That's my option number 1. My second one is Chargers are going to put a dent in the 2-0 Steelers. Coach Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, who's going to take the Chargers to a fucking Super Bowl, unfortunately. We got to witness it. The Chargers winning out of the AFC. How many points? What's going on in that game? Where's that? Where's the point?
Getting 2.5 points against Pittsburgh.
Give me the Chargers at 2.5 to go 3-0. That's my bet.
By the way,
Harbaugh beating
Justin
the Steelers.
Herbert is, dealing with some injuries.
I don't care. Coach Harbaugh could go out there and quarterback himself. He's going to beat the Steelers.
Right.
Justin Fields is going to beat Jim Harbaugh again, just like he did in college.
No, he's not. He's not even going to come close. They cheated him. Cheaters.
All right,
cheaters.
We are locked in.
Yeah.
So let's see. The guest
cheat. Get 5 downs. Hey, how many downs you need, Buckeyes? Give us 6.
Roger had the Chargers, and Ed had
love you too, Roger.
All right, we're locked in. I can't imagine we're going to win this week, but good luck us.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right. I think we're from like a mercy perspective. We're thankfully out there. Thank God. Yeah. If anyone out there is like still watching and you're not attempting suicide, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. But this has been, a decent show. It's been one of the most. We're game managing this week. We're not trying to put up
game manage.
And, blow you away. We're just trying to toe the line. Dawg Chug goes out toe the line.
There was no game management. We killed this shit. Don't worry about that. We killed it.
Eddie, thank you for filling in.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
You were just gonna come on and do a quick chug, but you were a man. You came on here and you did the whole fucking show. Ladies, take notice. This is the guy you want to corner.
Yes.
Ladies, take notice. Eddie came on. Gator bumped him. He's like, I'm the man tonight. Ladies, you like a dominant person. Guess what? He did it tonight.
They both have good beards.
That's right.
But Eddie's the guy you want because he is a man. He'll just fucking power through it. He has your back.
Eddie.
Hey man, I miss y'all. I appreciate y'all. I wish we were still doing this all together, but I'm glad y'all are still continuing. And I can't wait to come on next Wednesday to chug after we beat the Giants. And then the next week after that, and after that, and after that, and so forth and so on. Yes, Roger.
Eddie, you can come on, whether you're chugging a victory or not, you can come on and whatever you want, man.
Oh, man.
Don't go with the bars. Fuck that. The Browns are going to win. Don't shy away from that.
You have to win.
I'll come back on next Wednesday. I might get a pumpkin to chug. We'll see.
If Eddie gets to come on and chug a beer when we lose, I'm out. I'm done.
No, I'm never chugging when we lose, but I will come on the show if we lose. I will not chug.
That's poverty stuff.
Unless it's sip and chug. So,
Roger, don't speak for all of us.
You can come on, but you're not allowed to drink anything if we lose. Nothing.
I can't come on the show.
Nobody's going to come on there, Roger.
That is the purpose of the show.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
love you. Appreciate y'all. Miss y'all. We'll get together sometime in the Muni lot, and we'll have ourselves a time.
All right, Eddie. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Hey, shout out Lana too. Lana was supposed to come chug with me, but she is like an instructor of some sort.
Actually, she was on, but you couldn't see her on the screen because she was too short. Bummer.
Hey, she is short as hell in real life. Just so everyone knows.
Anyway. It's been a mediocre Dawg Chug. Thank you, everyone. Eddie and all our other guys, Nick and KFC coming on. That was awesome. And
KFC's back, man.
Rally Possum. We still love you. Hope you can come on soon. And go Browns. We got a big game. We got to win. Get some. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get some wins. So drink them if you got them. Go Browns.
Go Browns.